Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I bless you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Kindly watch this video and I will be back. Please, the only thing you can do to somebody that you love, somebody that you know, somebody you care for, is to share this video with everybody. You know, this has nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with you, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your cousin, your in-law, your auntie, your nephews and your nieces, your in-laws, everyone around you, your neighbor, your co-laborer, whether you're in the diaspora or you're in Nigeria, wherever you are, in Africa, in this world, and you are an African, most importantly, this video, please, you must share and endeavor to watch till the end. There is wickedness under the sun. I will see you at the end of the whole thing.
You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom.
Good morning, teachers.
Good morning.
My name is Dr. Emmanuel Ogetukobi, former staff of Community Surgery Department 0064. We are here under the auspices of the Ministry of Health in collaboration with state government, and we have less than 10 minutes. Please, we want you to pay not just attention, rapt attention. We may not have opportunity of coming here again. This time, the government feel that you need to hear directly from the horse's mouth so that nobody will continue to misinform or mislead us. And then again, we believe that no teacher, no nation. So to achieve these objectives, teachers must be involved to help inculcate this knowledge. We are here in respect of the emergency declared in the health sector now against some certain foods. And these foods has now been banned in the society. By next week, we intend to move around with NAFDAC to schools, open marketplaces in the communities in order to see the success of this policy. Nigeria is now a dumping ground to so many companies, and this has to stop now. We're looking at what happened at Tommy Company just last 2 weeks, Thursday. For those of you who normally give your children noodles while going to school, noodles as they come back from school, and maybe at night again, you give them noodles. If you have been doing this, you need to stop now. We went there for inspection, we see what these people are doing. After production of noodles, if they want to package the spices, they first protect themselves by covering their nose. In the course of analysis, we discovered that these wicked people use acetate material to preserve these foods. And these are the things you give children on daily basis. At the age of 1, 2, 3, 4 years, the immune system of these children will no longer function optimally. And this is why we are having DRM. You know what is DRM? No. It means drug resistant malaria. If you like, you can consume 10,000 naira worth of drugs today for malaria. I bet you a couple of days you will see the malaria again because the immune system can no longer function optimally. Now, we want to appeal. If you want to continue with noodles, parboil these noodles, waste the water, and trash out those harmful and dangerous spices that are not good for consumption. You are now hearing directly from the horse's mouth. Nobody should continue to misinform you. But again, what happened to our own natural foods? And that's why if you watch our forefathers, you see how long they live and how strong. Some of the things you call foods here, the companies that produce them, they don't eat them because they know what they package for the people. Look at the rate of cancer in Nigeria today. Nigeria is now number 1. Some of you had that report last week Wednesday. This is shameful. This is shameful. And we need to sit up. Remember, teachers, if you have not learned anything today, you must learn that you are what you eat. If you want to live healthy and strong, it depends on what you consume. Again, the so-called tin tomato. Can we all hear Igbo?
Yes.
Anyway today. Okay. Now, pay attention. We discovered that some of the things we call foods here are just too dangerous for consumption, and this has to stop. We're talking about tomato. Some of you have had the ban. In 3 months' time now, you won't see anything called tin tomato in Nigeria anymore. For the enforcement, we start next week Tuesday. Don't be surprised to see now that within your communities and open marketplaces, we need to enforce this now. We discovered that some of what you call tomato is not even tomato. Please go home today, open the so-called tin tomato, dip in the finger into it, and have a taste of it. Before now, you understand that real tomato do have what we call fermented taste. But unfortunately, what we have now is just ladder fruits. Ladder fruit is from Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, and South Africa. These wicked companies will grind these fruits, add flour to it to make it thick, color it, add sugar, and preserve with syrup. And these are the things you call tomato. Teachers, I can bet you, we are just living under the grace of God. Go to hospital today and see things for yourselves. What happened to our own natural tomato? And people will tell you, no, natural tomato is costly. If you know the health value of natural tomato, no matter the amount. Let's be sincere for once. For example, you see people suffering from weak load, just ordinary weak load. They will tell you, I want to go to hospital to take injections because of weak load. Why not get ripe natural tomato, dip in the finger into it, and allow it for 1 hour? And that will put an end to it because of the level of clorazine involved. These are the medicinal value. And the question is, what do we now do if we begin this enforcement? What do we now do? These are the questions you need to ask after now. We will tell you how to preserve your own natural tomato for as long as 9 months. Again, ice fish. I'm sure you have this one in your pot as I'm talking with you now. There's no pretending about it. This one is in your pot as I speak now. On 15th of last month, you had what happened at Lagos State. 29 surplus Indian companies was seized. The major company that bring in ice fish here in Nigeria. We discovered that ice fish these wicked people bring in here in Nigeria is far different from the one they use over there in their country. That's why they see here as a dumping. Do you know what is formalin? What is it? The other school yesterday were just looking at it. Formalin is a chemical morticians use for embalmment. And that's why if you go into the mortuary, if you want to approach the section they pack these chemicals, they will quickly want you to do what? To protect yourself, to avoid inhaling this chemical. These wicked people now use it to preserve ice cream. Look at the level of wickedness in the land. This is why we banned importation of turkey and chicken over 30 years ago. And there's this experiment I want you to do today with ice fish. And please don't fail to do this one today. It's part of education. I'm sure we learn every day.
Yes.
Now, get ice fish. And I'm sure after this experiment, you must appreciate that we're just living on that.
Yes.
Get this ice fish, cut it, put it in a basin, and pour hot water into it. 10 minutes, remove the ice fish. Pour this water into it, then do what? Cover it very tight. Leave it for 24 hours. After 24 hours, open this way. If you have a standing plantain tree in your compound, pour that water on that and watch that plantain on that tree. See that all the hands of the plant will be together. 6 hours. See that the plantain will give up. Because this is going to be as an eye opener. And that's why you must do this experiment. It's going to prove a point. So please, if you must continue with ice fish, always watch with what? Hot water. Or you dry the ice fish so that the chemicals will do what? Will shrink out. Take your time, go to FMC, Federal Medical Center. The day we had Nigerian Medical Association, immediately we mentioned ice fish. The chief doctor said we should go down. That's to quickly lead us to cancer section, where we recorded a shocking number of 69 patients having leukemia cancer. And I'm sure you know what is leukemia cancer?
Yes.
Cancer of the blood. The worst cancer on planet Earth. If you know you can remove your blood 10 times, it doesn't matter. And after analysis, we discovered that 53 out of 69 was as a result of formalin through ice fish. This is where you have a role to play as it is. Do not hold this information to yourselves. Remember, anything to save lives is part of God's mission.
Yes.
It's a collective fight. As you go out there in the communities, tell somebody so that the person will tell another person. Before you know, the information will do what?
Yes.
This is how we want to achieve this objective. Again, Maggi Cube start. You can make it of other seasoning cubes. But that one written star on it. I'm sure some of you do this one before. This is not okay. Now, the matter is now in court, and we hope court will take a decision at 4 o'clock. We start facing it out. After production of Maggi or any seasoning cubes without preservatives, I give you less than 1 hour. You see the Maggi the word? Only preservatives that gives Maggi. But the one we discovered is salmon. The reason why the government took them to court. They use Senai soluble to do what? To preserve. And I have no apology to say it. If you have been using star Maggi before now, your immune system may have been affected. That is why. No, this is not funny.
Okay, listen. Hello.
That's why some of us, just a bite of mosquito, start having malaria. But these are the things ordinarily the immune system should do what? To resist. So please, we need to be mindful of what we eat. There's other seasoning cubes. I don't want to promote any particular product. That's why I don't want to mention names. But this one, written star, you can avoid it like COVID-19. But what happened to natural spices? There are too many of them out there. What happened to them? And these spices are rich in medicine. They are rich in medicine. We don't value what we have any longer, and this is unfortunate. What happened to them? The other day we went to Lagos State to teach about fibroid, and some of you have had it. The best news for this 2023, fibroid is no longer by surgery. You cannot use what you have in your home, and that's why I do tell people, God is wiser than us.
Yes.
The problem we have here in Nigeria, we don't have leadership. Now, if I say this, I have no apology.
Yes.
What we have now is incompetent leaders Otherwise, by now we should have started developing our own medicine. The paracetamol you are taking today is it not acetaminophen? Where did they extract it? Is it not from cassava leaves? Akwụkwọ akpụ, go to akwụkwọ akpụ for akwụkwọ ya, ị ga-akwụ white substance in here. That's why they extract acetaminophen using production of paracetamol. We have the medicines here. And we went to Lagos State to teach about this fibroid. We saw a white man, Mr. Kevin, all the way from Netherlands. These people must be laughing at us. You know what brought in here in Nigeria? Common Nathan leaves. And what do we use it here? Just for land demarcation. Or maybe where you have land dispute or in the shrine. 19 bags. He was exporting it until the state coordinator approached him. You know what he says that shocked me? We Nigerians, we don't know what we have. He went ahead to tell us the value. And we understand that you can use these leaves to kill epilepsy. And today we believe epilepsies are not curable. You can see the level of ignorance. We are talking about noodles. So many of you will go back to it today. What happened to our own natural foods? For example, pekia. I was discussing with father now. Thank God they know what is pekia. And some of you don't know.
I don't know.
Look at it. How many of you? Okay, you know it. How many of you eat it today? Let's be sincere. How many of you eat it today?
Hey!
It's not
Look
tasty.
at it.
This is really unfortunate. Including native people. These are food that are rich in medicine. How many of you eat it today? So you can see, look at we are degenerating almost every day. So please, we need to stop. Finally, we are not oil. You already bought in December, right?
Yes.
Please, I will do my job. Audience, I will do my job. I will post it. The issue of granite oil, there's nothing wrong about granite oil. Everything is wrong telling the people that this is non-cholesterol. There's nothing like non-cholesterol. We're having a seminar on 25th of this month. We told the companies, we want to give them a rule. You must abide by it. If you can't, get out of it. Some of the things they do here, they dare not tolerate it over there. My dear, there's nothing like non-cholesterol. You are being deceived. That's what we call market strategy or business strategy. They want you to see non-cholesterol and do what? If you go to Europe, in London precisely, where we went for research of blockade of fallopian tube and infertility, any product of granite oil you see in London, the Kepas community, look at the label. You will see their level of sincerity. After refining, the next thing is to indicate remaining cholesterol at the label. That's over there you see 6.2% cholesterol, 8.9, 11.6. But here in Nigeria they will tell you no cholesterol. How did you come about it? If not for market strategy, but the implication here, with the hope that this granite oil is not cholesterol, divine and accumulating cholesterol. I'm sure you know the implication. Systolic blood pressure, because the blood can no longer and heart problems. That's why we have rampant cases of high BP today. And new generation doctors will tell you high BPs are not curable. Who told you? That's misleading. Were you born with high blood pressure?
No.
Why not first of all fight cholesterol and accumulation of toxins without taking BP drugs? You see the BP do what? Or except the BP is pregnancy induced. In that case, you immediately give birth without taking BP drugs. Normalize. Some of you have experienced this. Yes. So why is the misleading information all over the place? Another funny thing, if you place this granite oil under a room temperature, you will see that this granite oil will not do what? Will not sleep. That's where they got it. It will not sleep because of the preservatives they use. Even if you have to put this granite oil inside freezer, you will see that this granite oil will not do what? Will not sleep. That's where they got it. What happened to red oil? What happened to soya oil? What happened to vegetable oil? Coconut oil? Olive oil? What happened to them? Look, if you go to London and tell them in Nigeria, we only use olive oil for spiritual purpose, they will want to examine if you have problem with it. Over there, they use it for cooking. Here in Nigeria, we want to overtake people who brought religion to us, and this is really unfortunate. Even red oil, what happened to it? And people will tell you, no, it has high cholesterol, but you're eating tobacco that has almost 90-something%. You are being deceived. The larger part of cholesterol in red oil, you've done justice to it by wasting almost 90% during the refining processes. When you find the red oil is about 10%, and it's not a threat. I will give you this tips for free. I'm rounding up. At least if you have not learned anything today, you must count this one as one. That's why I tell people, no knowledge is the worst. If you go home today, you find out any of your child is dull in learning, or the child is not brilliant from 2 to 20 years, look for red oil. I'm sure this one is going to talk. Look at the container of this red oil. And please make sure this red oil is not adulterated. There's a lot of adulterated red oil. I mean, Father, the level of wickedness in this land is becoming something else. You saw the people who paraded last 3 weeks on Chinese television, arrested at Ogara. Somebody went and bought expired motor engine oil. Reddish in color, and it has to mix with red oil. Unfortunately for him, somebody was just recording as he was missing the and he brought it to the office. And DSS went into action, and the boy was arrested. And people have been buying this kind of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be mindful of the one you are buying out there. So get this red oil. Look at the container. You see those ones at the top and the one that settled down. Take a tablespoon of that one at the top. Give this child first thing in the morning on empty stomach. Do it for complete 11 days. Now sit back. Start watching this child very closely. You see how brilliant and smart the child will remain. As a result of blood, high level of vitamin B3 for brain development. Not only vitamin B3, it has vitamin A for good eyesight. It has nicotinamide, it has riboflavin, it has thiamine, it has B6. So what else do you want?
What about that?
No, from 10 to 20 years. Please, teachers, we need to stop. Be mindful of what you eat. The message is clear.
Yes.
Had even I have enough time, I would have taught you how to boost the immune system once in a year and stop running from hospital Please, if you have your recording phone, do justice to this community. At least if you have not benefited anything from it, this one might be one. I will mention the health challenges here so they can only choose one time to come. And please, teachers, I want to beg you, this is not for commercial purposes. As we come in here, we didn't ask for benefit. And you will give me, I will take this is the ethics. Don't do like urban girls on Misha. Mrs. Margaret, she's no longer a teacher today. She has now been dismissed. Teacher that has only 3 years to retire. The daughter was having fibroids, 16 years of marriage, no issue. She did twice operation. Doctor told her the third one got disrupted. As God may have it, the school was selected. After the lectures using female aloe vera and the rest of them, because we used that one to prove a point there. She went home, prepared the medication, and invited the daughter from Lagos. We know one thing about this medication. The first day you take it, you go to toilet, you see the fibroid draining out. 14 days she went for scan, they told her no fibroid found. 1 week she took in. Instead, this woman to use this opportunity to teach others, because you can only give what you have. She went and opened a herbal home. Not only that, she had the audacity to go outside and erect signage, written fibroid specialist. So you can trust God. God has a way to expose a questionable character. If you doing it, one day Nemesis will do what? He collected 90,000 naira from a lady. That was the day God said, enough. The rest is now history. Please. You choose one among these. We want to use one to prove better. These are challenges. 1. Boosting of low immune system once in a year. Diabetes. Eye problems such as glaucoma, cataract, pterygium, and sight defects. Hormonal imbalance. Ovarian cysts. Goiter. You know what is goiter?
Yes.
Infertility. Psoriasis. Epilepsy. Asthma. Ulcer. That is including flatulence, hyperacidity, heartburn, peptic, nomadic, gastric, and duodenum ulcer. You know what is duodenum ulcer?
Let's use ulcer because it's common.
Okay. High BP and low BP, hysteria, and finally, prostrate, and finally stroke. So among these, you can ulcer, right?
Let's use ulcer because our pupils are secret. Some of them don't come to
immune system.
Which one do you want?
Sure. Immune system will do what? We fight it. How to boost the immune system once in a year? Please take note. The natural remedy. Get a handful of virgin guava leaves. As you are taking it, it's like a dry split. I'm sure this one is going to prove a point. A handful of virgin guava. Do you know what virgin guava is? Virgin guava means guava does not produce the leaves. This one has what we call ractis codophilus. If you find out this one has produced before, has got that ractis codophilus. A handful of it, put it in a kettle. A hand of male aloe vera. You know what is male aloe vera? It used to be tiny and small. The female one used to be large. This one has thiamine syrup, while the female one has only thiamine. Just one hand of it, put it in the same place. 2 full stainless cup of water. This stainless cup is the one that has hand. Beating 5, 5, 5. And finally, a sachet of olive noni. Tear the pepper, bring out the bag. Drop into the kettle and boil for 25 minutes. This 25 minutes will start from the boiling point, and don't allow it to exceed 25 minutes. This time, you can only get one stainless cup, one has evaporated. Filter it and eat well to avoid disease. You take it once in a year. That's why you took that day, go to calendar and do what? Take the date. That time, next year, another 12 months, repeat. This is how to boost immune system. Another benefit you have while doing this, if you have any toxins, chemicals, cholesterol, infections, no matter how stubborn, and sugar in the blood, you have to do what? Detoxify them. So that's why when you take it 2 hours, go and urinate. You might be forced to ask yourself, this thing is coming out of my system. And you start having a new supply. Under these 12 months, if you have malaria attacks, consider this program as free. And this is applicable to children also. Children from 2 to 20 years have glass cup. Watch this side under these 12 months, so you know whether we're here to tolerate. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Wait, I said God bless you all.
What is the olive noni?
Olive noni is an extract from different natural medicines. It has 219 agents. You can get it at any teaching hospital or FMCs. But before you go there, please approach your, Nigeria is a very difficult. Approach your family doctor. You give the endorsement. Because if you go there without the endorsement, they won't say for you. And government has already subsidized it so that poor people can have access to it. Some people won't say this program is just for politicians or for big men. Sachet is 2,000 naira once in a year. And stop running. A Reverend Father said this one is what we know as health insurance. Now every other health insurance is encouraged. And I agree with him. Once in a year you do it, and you see how healthy and strong you remain. The day you take it, please don't test anything you got. Don't test anything you with me. It's counterproductive. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Doctor.
Tomato cake, get a basket or half. Tomato is seasonal. By the time you get a basket, 7,000. Grind it, allow the water to sieve a little. Pour it into a bucket. This bucket must have cover, and the cover must be airtight. As you pour it into the bucket, place nylon on the surface. Get pure natural honey, no matter how small. Pour it on top of the nylon, and then do what? Cover the bucket. Anytime I want to make use of the tomato, open the bucket, raise up the nylon, scoop the quantity you want, cover it back. That tomato will remain as fresh as the day you grind it for 9 months. You don't need to put it. Remember, anything you put inside freezer, like those of you cook soup and put inside freezer, once it gets blocked, what you're eating is what? Complete starch. All the vital content in it is gone. I don't want to go into this because of the economic challenges, but the truth must be told. Once you put soup inside freezer and it gets blocked, what you're eating, or those who wash vegetable salt, they will tell you because of sand or germs. Once you wash vegetable with salt, all the vital content, you can use a lot of water. You can use, this one has affected me one way or the other. Use a lot of water to wash vegetable. And stop, after cutting vegetable, you start washing. That's not, it doesn't make sense. Wash before you do what? Of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
The numbers are 0091984.
Now, the thing you need to look at is that I'm sure some of you would have come across the video of some certain white men who are seated in a conference hall and were discussing how Africans must die, how Africans must be reduced, and how Africans are so worthless and they are not fit to live. I cannot bring such video in this platform. YouTube will harm my channel, so I don't want to bring it. And you know that there is this kind of hypocrisy across the globe. Now something like that will happen, and if you put it on Facebook will bring it down, or Facebook will do a fact check and come back and tell you that it is not true. But that video has been on. It's been on before the advent of AI, so AI has no part in it. So but Facebook will do a fact check and come back and will tell you that they have found out that it is wrong and it is a lie, and they will recommend you pull it down. Or so now when you look at this, but then my problem is not even the white. My problem is we Africans. My problem is the leadership. My problem is now the guy in the audio consistently was bemoaning and talking about how wicked these white people are. See, I'm not a racist. I love the white people. I appreciate them. In as much as I love my color as being black, I don't envy them for being who they are. I appreciate the complexion that God has given to me. The only thing about us Africans, and let me speak about Nigeria, that I hate and I wish that it worked differently, is the kind of leadership that we have. Now, the problem I have is not these white people, because if the Nigeria of those days that I was told the story of, and the one I met, the Nigeria I also could talk about, can talk about, if that Nigeria has been sustained, now we wouldn't need all this nonsense. We wouldn't need all this problem. Now, there was a woman that was raised in this country who became the DG of the NAFDAC, and she waged war against substandard materials. Several times an attempt was made on her life, and eventually, she suffered cancer and died. Now, the woman was so perturbed because it was fake drug that was administered to either her brother or her sister that killed that one when they were younger. And so she had an opportunity to make correct things. She fought it, and immediately she was removed. Now everything returned to status quo. That there is nothing we put in our mouth in this country that you can vouch that is original. Now, we have a failed country, we have a failed nation, and if this information is at your fingertips, the best thing you can do for yourself is to get those that you need to informed, and let them do the right thing. You to do the right thing. I remember when I was growing up, my mom had a garden all of the time. During the farming season, she would always plant a garden for garden egg and that of tomatoes, and she even had a place where she planted her own alligator pepper. Now, and we also had a farm for pepper in those days. We don't buy those things in the market, and you come to our compound, then you can get any kind of vegetable that you needed in those days. But these days, I think our generation, we are becoming so lazy. We don't want to do anything. Everything is on autopilot. We just want the ready-made thing. And this Indomie, this noodles was brought into this country by the Indian company, I think Indomie, and that was in the early 2000s. Indomie 2 minutes noodles. I can't forget that advert, and everybody was like, wow, since now we now have a food you can cook under 2 minutes. Who does that? What food can you cook in 2 minutes and you call it a good food? And the thing has come to stay. It has come to stay. Now, the harm we Africans do, or Nigerians do to ourselves, is even far greater than that which these wicked people do to us. Now, there are so many things that they cannot tolerate, they cannot allow in their own market. But we will travel from here to China and will contract the Chinese to produce plastic rice for us, to produce fake eggs for us, to produce plastic fishes for us, and we will bring it down here to sell to our fellow human beings because we are in need of money. You see, and the government, God will punish all of these leaders. In fact, God will punish. Their punishment will not be reserved for their children. Now, all of them, every one of them that knows all these things are happening, that knows that these things are happening, but they are being bribed. Now, as the poor are being fed with these things, and a lot of people are now down with cancer. Now, none of them will escape cancer. If you like, say, I am no longer a Christian, it is your business. None of them will escape cancer. What kind of wicked country are we in? What kind of wicked, irresponsible leadership do we have? Do we have a country and all these things are happening? Now, how much can this man and his co do? They can't do much. They can't do much. This is a country where other people, foreigners, will come and will be using the citizens as slaves. You go to some of these places where they are producing all this nonsense. Now, the workers they have as casual workers are merely slaves. And the Nigerian directors are helping these impostors, these slave masters, to enslave their own brothers and sisters just for the whatever nonsense they will get from them in return. So you find out that even we do more wickedness to ourselves than the foreign nationals do to us. Things that they cannot consume, they will use it here, they will push it in the market because they know that the Nigerian government is a useless government. The leaders that are leading us are so useless and they are so wicked, and they will die in their wickedness. What do you get from a country like this that don't care, the life of the citizenry is nothing. The citizens are just, if you are a Nigerian citizen, you're on your own. You provide everything for yourself, and this government from I don't understand. It didn't just start from this one. It didn't start with this one that I don't even know where it is heading to. But just as we always do, we complain that the first that the last regime was so tough, it was so bad, the last government was so bad, that, and then the next one that will come will stabilize the wickedness of the former and will take it further. Is it not funny? Is it not strange that somebody could say that Buhari regime is better than what we're having now? Meanwhile, it did not start with this one. So the best thing you can do for yourself and for anybody you love is to distribute this message, this video, share it, and whatever you can do to keep your family safe, do. Now you can imagine a Nigerian mixing red oil with engine oil. What form of wickedness is that? Because of money. And at the end of the day, you see, let us stop being hypocritical about this. Everyone in this country is wicked. Everyone in this country is wicked. 85% of the populace in this country is wicked. Wickedness is running in our system. Forget about whether church is the problem or church is not the problem, whether mosque is the problem or mosque is not the problem. We are criticizing the people in government. But if we have the opportunity and we are sent the seat of power that is not even as elevated as that of a local government chairman, just give somebody a town union president or chairman and see how wicked, how tyrannic they become. I may make mistake. I've already started making mistake. I don't know. Whenever I talk about the issues that have to do with this country, it makes me almost want to ask God why. So painful. The stupid thing that we do is that if you are speaking now, some stupid tribalistic people will come, is because it is not your brother that is there. And I'm even wondering, you that your brother is there, your own brother is there, how far? Is your life better than my own? Is your life better than my own? Instead, now somebody said something. Somebody called me on phone and was like that the difference in places like America is that now everybody has a candidate of his choice. Now, but at the end of the day, if a certain candidate emerges, every other person forgets their candidate of choice and they want to support the one who emerged. Now that is the one who emerged at least with some form of right, some of righteousness, some form of righteousness and good followership of the laid down procedures. And that is how it is supposed to be. That is how it should be. But in this place we are just divided. The Hausa man will be interested in an Hausa man. Fulani is interested in Fulani. Yoruba man is interested in Yoruba man. Igbo man is interested in Igbo man. Now, and nobody is even talking. The one that emerged, how did he emerge? The ones that are there now, how are they? How far? This is wickedness. Look at what we're going through in a country as blessed and as rich as this. Cancer, we used to hear it by the hearing of the ear before. It's not as rampant as it has become these days. But you look around now, cancer. Where did it come from, if not from all these things? Well, it is well. God bless you all. Thank you. I'm out of here.